Yeah, one more thing is port scanning. So port scanning also it will do. Port scanning is nothing but here identify the what are the ports are open, and it will run against 0 to 65,535 ports. So nothing but altogether 65,536. So and finally it will say what are the ports are open. So then as a vulnerability analyst or security analyst, what we have to do? So we have to go and we have to verify, is there any risky port it's open? For example, port number 445 or port number 3389 or port number 80. So these are the couple of dangerous ports. So these ports are open in, we have to go and we have to verify, and we have to ask the respective server owner or asset owner or network team why these are the ports are open on the targeted machines, whatever server or asset we are going to do the scanning part. So that is inbuilt capability. Along with that one, it will do SSL, SSH inspection scanning. For example, we discussed about couple of attacks like birthday attack and also weak ciphers, strong ciphers, and also we discussed about poodle attack and also hard to bleed attack. So even on the certificate side also, it will scan it and it will identify, is there any weak ciphers we are using, and also is there any sweet 32 vulnerability it is existing, and also is there any outdated version of the TLS 1.0 or TLS 1.1 or SSL 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 and so on. These are the couple of regular vulnerabilities we will receive under the vulnerability report once you are scanning of any server or any database. So regularly these are the different types of vulnerabilities list. So even we can do the malware scanning also. So whatever files it contains malicious content, we can upload the file and we can do the scanning, and we can see whether really that file contains the malware infection or not. And also it will provide inbuilt application scanning as well. So we have to take the URL link and we have to run the scan, and finally it will provide the, is there any outdated third party softwares we are using part of our application development side. Those developers they are trying to use based on the compatibility. So according to those third party softwares, it can scan and it will say, is there any legacy or older version or outdated version of the third party softwares we are using. That is also another thing. Even it will take a brute force attack category of the someone is trying to do hacking of the direct tool itself. So don't think like always attacker will hack either laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop or servers or database or applications or cloud instances. Even attacker will try to hack these security tools also. So someone is trying to do hacking on the directly tool itself. So those brute force attack related vulnerabilities list also we can identify. So other than this one, even uh, how the asset inventory it can identify. We can go and we can take the manual way either through Excel sheet, or maybe we can use a couple of automated tool. For example, as I said, configuration management database. And morning I was discussing Microsoft Intune tool, and also so additionally even ServiceNow. So ServiceNow not ticketing tool, ServiceNow asset inventory tool, and also even uh, any other inventory tool. So if you don't have the asset inventory tool and if you don't know about the asset list, then you have to ask obviously. So what is the total overall IP address range of the data center belongs to entire on-site or data center range from the networking security team side or network administrator. Then we have to create a host discovery policy. So then finally you have to run the scan, and we have to, once you are generating the vulnerability, not vulnerability report, asset report, then we have to segregate based on the asset list wise. So if you want to identify the what all the assets are available belongs to the networking side, endpoint side, server side, and database side, you should know basic knowledge. So based on the OS side and based on the model number, we can go and we can segregate whether these particular systems are belongs to Windows or Unix or endpoints or MacBook or laptop or workstation or network devices like routers, switches, firewalls, and so on. So that is only when we can use. Once if you don't know about the what are the asset list in the organization side, and also once you are contacting the asset owner, server owner. So those scenarios we have to use the host discovery policy. That is one of the entire question. So what is the importance of the host discovery policy? Okay, all these things already we discussed. I'm repeating once again. I'm recapping whether because long gap we are not discussing about these topics, right? So these things I'm going to show now practically. Once we are creating scan policy, then we have to create scan rule. So in this scan rule, we have to provide the scanned information, whether it is belongs to standalone or whether it is belongs to distributed deployment for more than one location. So is there any scanner is required? And also finally, we have to provide the targeted asset list. So whatever assets we are going to do the scanning part, those asset list we have to provide under the, so targeted, either we can provide IP address or else even we can provide the host name also. So once we are providing that one, so finally, so whatever scheduling scan we are doing, so because every time we cannot log into the tool and we cannot run the on-demand scan, so it's better to do the scheduling scan. So that is also called the ad hoc scan. So and on-demand and manual are different. So these scheduling scan, most of the cases we can give the monthly ones, day one, for example. So automatically scan will complete, and those reports it will come to our email address, whatever we are specifying in the scan rule, or else even we can go and we can generate the report in the form of HTML, PDF, XML, and also Excel sheet. So Excel sheet here directly it will not give the Excel sheet; it will give in the CSV format. So that one we have to convert into Excel sheet. So once we are downloading, then we have to go and we have to do the overall manual analysis. So right now, these are all things I'm going to explain. So how to create scan policy, scan rule. And we did not complete yet morning whatever we discussed where we stopped. So initial security configuration related to tool. So let's start where we stopped morning. So Vijay, are you sharing your screen?
Yes, sir.
1 second.
I have sent the request, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, I provided the access to you.
Yes.
So morning only we discussed our three tabs. One is accounts tab, and second one is so notifications tab, and third one is so search and community, and also research and development side, documentation, and any queries if we have those things. So from where we stopped morning, from there we can continue. So go to settings tab. After that we'll go to so scans tab. Not here. So on the left hand side, scans beside settings tab. Yeah. So these are all the initial security configuration. Morning we discussed on the right hand side question mark related to so what is community, what is documentation, what is so knowledge base, and also we discussed about research and development, and also latest plugin information, how so Nessus or Tenable tool it is releasing day by day. Those updates it will happen automatic. There is no need to do manual way. And second one we discussed about notification, and third one we discussed about how to integrate Nessus tool logs to SIM tool using API token, and also even we discussed about can we change so whatever account name we provided, and also can we change our username and password. So there we stopped. So coming back settings here. So first, once we are going to settings tab on the left hand side, you can see there are multiple tabs are available. So we have to discuss about all those tabs once again. So first one is about. So under the about, so we have overview. So come to right side, about under overview. No, no, no. So middle.
Uh,
No, 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 no. Middle block color. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
that's
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So on the about, so first we are in the about tab. In under the about tab, so these things automatically it will do. So feed status, what is mean feed status here? Whatever plugins automatically Nessus tool developers regularly, so they are doing the research and development. For example, morning we have seen Palo Alto network denial of service availability because of the packet cropped message it is happening. So whatever firewalls versions less than 11 and less than 1 dot, sorry, less than 11.1.3, less than 10.0.2, less than 9.1.2, those are all the different types of version is provided, correct? So now, once the Palo Alto team is fixing those vulnerabilities, now what Nessus tool developers they will do, so they will take the feed and they will upgrade their database. Now, how customers we can get the update? So based on this particular concept. So it will do automatic feed updates. So those concept is called as So request plugins. Okay, so results organization failed. So in this scenario, we have to always regularly we have to do automatic updates. There is no need to do any manual update. Everything it will go and it will contact the Nessus database, and also finally it will update the plugin IDs. So plugin IDs, as I said, it's like a signatures. So each and every vulnerability has one of the unique pattern and also unique ID. So that unique ID, not CVID. So this is belongs to Nessus ID basically. Plugin ID belongs to Nessus ID. So that Nessus ID we can represent using the plugin ID. So that is equivalent to like a signature kind of thing. So next one is Nessus Essential. Come down. Version is 10.8.3. It's for Windows. So that one we downloaded. So and finally we installed. And so licensed host, you can see licensing. It's a free of cost. It's a demo tool. It is applicable to 0 to 16 IPs address only. So as I said, it's a demo only. So but in case if you are purchasing any commercial tool, either we have to go with Nessus Professional, or either we have to go with the our Nessus Security Center. That Nessus Security Center is also called as a Tenable Security Center. And we have one more tool name is called Tenable IO Cloud also. So these three tools, either of the one we can choose among all these three. And finally, we can go and we can purchase the tool and we can deploy in our organization side. So you can see on the right hand side plugins. So last updated, it is updated morning, December 24, 11:44 a.m. It is updated. And after that, I think he logged out. So license expiry date. So it is on December 23. So already it's over. So when did you install this particular overall tool?
Uh,
Vijay.
yes, sir. Last two classes before that.
Yeah, it's only 1 week.
Yeah.
So that
Yes,
is the
sir.
reason already license is expired. Okay.
License
So
updation. Sir,
yeah,
it's showing 2029.
sorry, 2029. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah. 2029. So I thought 2024. Sorry. So it is there license for the another 5 years. So December 23. So these tool we can utilize it. And upgrade to professional Nessus expert also one of the additional tool that is also we can use. So Nessus professional. So that is most of the companies they will use on the commercial perspective. Plugin set. So that is the plugin set ID and also policy template version. These things we no need to do anything. It is automatically so generate by default once we are deploying the tool in our organization side. There is no need to fill any of the information. Everything it will come is an automatic way once we are deploying the software. Okay. So next one, go to license utilization. Second tab. Yeah. So out of 16 IPs, because this one is maximum up to threshold limit is 16 IPs only we can scan it. So did we use either one IP or two IPs or more than one IP? All those utilization it will provide here. So maybe right now, maybe Vijay, example, Vijay is scanning one of the IP address. It will show now utilized is one and pending licenses are 15. So that one we can go and we can see once we are scanning one of the Windows system. Next one is software update. So this software update is basically whatever automatic updates, plugin IDs, whatever we are saying, right? So those updates, it will happen automatic way. So we no need to go and we no need to update manually. So update all components. So that one you can give. And finally, update frequency in the drop down list. So daily or weekly or monthly. So better you can provide daily basis. Daily basis now, Nessus tool, it will approach Nessus database, and whenever any new plugin IDs or new softwares it is releasing, it will check and finally it will update it automatically. So next one is plugin detail locate. So here, so this one there is no need to fill anything. It's a by default we have to keep as it is. Next one, encryption password. So this encryption password, for example, whatever initially once you are installing the tool, it's a plain text password. You don't want to use that plain text password because of the security issues. Then you can go and you can create a new password that will become like a hash value, salt value. Along with that one, even it will add one of the encrypted key also. So that is very difficult to so guess using trial and error method by the attacker based on the dictionary or based on the any other. So trial and error methods are probability or statistics side. So this one better we can use once we are installing the Nessus tool. So Next one is events. Can you go to events? So these events are whatever Vijay is doing on the tool when he installed in his laptop. So that day onwards, all these things is completely okay. So events will be generated. So these events only we can call it as a logs. These logs only we are integrating to our SIM tool. So morning I have shown using API token key generation part. So it will generate access key and also it will generate secret key. Give me 1 second. Sorry guys. Yeah. So these things basically what are the different types of logs we can see or events we can see. So there are 5 different types of logs or events that will be generated. So for example, maybe now we are going to create one of the scan policy. It's a configuration oriented or administration oriented. So maybe we are scanning one of the server that is administration oriented. Maybe Vijay is logging into the tool. So it's like a security audit related logs. So can you go to search button under the Windows? Not here, down. Windows, yeah. Can you type here events? Sorry, event viewer. Yeah, click on event viewer. So this one, whatever right now he's doing in his laptop, he's doing, not in the tool. So can you click on the Windows logs? Left hand side, yeah. So there are 5 different types of 4 actually, 5th one we can ignore. So there are 4 different types of logs can be generated by our Windows laptop. That may be not only just Windows laptop, even workstation, desktop also, even our MacBook also. So those are all the 4 different types. What are those 4 different types of logs? It will generated by our Windows operating system or any endpoint or servers. One is application related logs, you can see top, and also security related logs, and also you can see setup related logs, and also you can see system related logs. So application related logs, basically whatever applications are installed in the Kalyan system, Vijay system. So those application logs, in case Vijay is trying to access any application, so those events it will be appear here. Second one is security related logs. So whatever user login success or user login failure, who is the user here? Obviously user login is or Vijay. So Vijay can be logged in and logged out, login failure and login success. Not only that one, there are 9 different types of Windows logon types. Windows logon types are 9. So there are 9 ways we can log in into the system. We know only one login, that is called interactive login. Just we can provide the username and password once we are switching on the laptop, and finally we can log into the system. So whatever logon type we are using, that is called interactive logon. That is called type 2. But there are more than 8 to 10. So overall logon types are there. Windows log types are different and versus Windows logon types are different. Right now, whatever I'm explaining about is called as Windows logon types. And whatever right now, so Vijay is sharing in the screen, that is called as Windows log types. Just only one word is different. Windows log types versus Windows logon types. Log types are 4. Most of the people will get confusion. This is also one of the interview question. Windows log types are 4. So application security audit, setup, and also finally system oriented logs. Windows logon types are 9. So that will start from type 0 to type 9. That one we are going to discuss in future once we are going to cybersecurity field or domain. So security here. So as I said, whatever 9 logon types, Vijay is trying to log in through maybe VPN or maybe through remote or maybe through RDP or maybe through interactive or maybe through generic logon. So maybe through scheduled task, maybe through service account, all those different types of audit logs, either failure or success can be seen under the security. Security is also we can call audit related logs. So that is the second type. So third one is setup related logs. What is setup related logs? Water configuration administration or software installing. So for example, Vijay is installed one of the software name is called as Nessus tool. So that one we can see under the setup related logs. Setup is equivalent to configuration and also administration part. Something we are modifying or updating already existing configuration. So that is called setup. So next one is system. System is nothing but here what are performance oriented. So that may be process or backend it is running on, software it is running on. So even utilization and RAM and SDD and HDD. So those utilization, maybe it is increasing or decreasing. Those logs we can call it as system or performance oriented logs. So these logs are dedicated to the Windows operating system side. Same as it is, each and every tool, whatever we are using, or every server, or every database, or every application, every EDR, NDR, firewall, proxy, XDR, everything it will generate. These four are common to each and every data source and log source. So remaining, it will vary based on the tool functionality or feature functionality. Don't get confusion. This is cybersecurity concept because topic has come. That is the reason I am discussing here itself. Once again, I'm going to repeat in the future. So that is about overall system related logs. Now, same thing you can go and you can compare with our Nessus tool. Can you go back to Nessus tool? So this is what I am saying. Whatever just now we have seen under the Vijay Windows related laptop system setup, security or audit, and finally application related logs. Same way, so Nessus tool side, whatever application is trying to do the scanning part, or whatever configurations or implementations, and is trying to log into Nessus tool, whether he's succeeding or maybe he's getting failure, so or maybe he's getting error. So even so whatever application we're trying to access, in case Nessus tool performance is very high, those performance oriented logs, everything it will come under the events tab. So these logs only we have to integrate. So to our SIM tool. Okay, so that is about overall events. So go to second one, advanced. Yeah, so these advanced settings mainly for the indexing side and also filtering side. It's a development side basically. So these are all development side. We don't need to worry. So by default, it will come. So just these things are happening or it is reflecting or not. In case not reflecting, just you can raise a case with the vendor by raising a ticket, and finally they will come to online and they'll fix it. So now you can see here. So there are user interface side. So here, what are the different types of setting and also identifier and value? So it's like what is string it is using, integer it is using, and also character it is using, like C and C programming language, or maybe C++ or using Java based programming language. So these things by default using backend development, this is the way how the setting and identifier and value will be defined by the developers. And this one we no need to change anything. It will come by default as it is. So basically, once you are logging into professional tool, we cannot see this one as well. Okay, so go to scanning, second tab. Yeah, scanning also, these are all the once again. So different types of events are going to generate. And and once again, as I said, it's a development related setting, identifier, and value. So logging. So logging also same thing, setting, so identifier, and also even value. So this is the way how the logs we are already seen under the events tab. This one, once the developers are enabling on the back end, what a product development they are doing, because tool is nothing but it's a product development. Backend they will use product development. That's the way how the it's software development. So that is the way how the tool will work. Backend is the development tool. Developers will develop the tool or product. The tool or product we will use for our necessity to complete our task. Next one, performance. So same thing, performance also same thing. So this is once again. So Nessus tool performance. So how the value and also identifier and also setting can be defined using the fields and security. So same thing, security as well. And finally, miscellaneous. In case is there any other setting or identifier or value they want to define for overall entire tool administration or implementation side. So as I said, just you can ignore this advanced tab. So by default, whatever, once we are deploying the tool, it will come. And this one, we no need to verify anything at all. Next one, proxy. So what is proxy? Proxy we did not complete yet, but I provided a theoretical option. So proxy server, it will act as a proxy interview. What is proxy interview? On behalf of the original candidate, one of the middleman, it will come and he will do the interview. So that is called proxy interview. So he's like a broker or intermediate person. So or maybe gateway or bridge. Same way, So proxy server is like intermediate device or gateway or tool in between our end users to the applications or websites. So that is called as a proxy. There are two different types of proxies. So one is forward proxy and reverse proxy. Already this one we discussed under the network architecture diagram. Forward proxy meaning here, if the internal employees, they are trying to access any publicly facing applications like a Google or Facebook or Twitter or YouTube and so on, that request first it will go on, it will validate the proxy server, whatever website or URL link or application end user is provided, whether it is legitimate or illegitimate, according to signature based, according to machine learning capability. So our tool, it will validate. So whether end user is accessing the malicious content oriented URL link or website, or it's a non-malicious one. In case end user is trying to access any malicious website or application or URL link, automatically proxy it can block it. So in case a non-malicious one, finally end user is able to access it. So that is called forward proxy. What is reverse proxy? If the public they are trying to access our internal facing applications, that request will come to ISP router, then it will come to next generation firewall, then it will come to proxy, then proxy it will validate whatever publicly user is trying to access our internal application. It will validate whether it is coming via malicious IP or non-malicious IP. Then it will check the reputation of the malicious IP or non-malicious IP. In case malicious IP, then automatically it will block that request. Is non-malicious IP, then user is able to access the IP address. So there are 5 different types of authentication codes we can see. That is called HTTP authentication codes like 100 series, 200 series, 300 series, 400 series, and 500 series. So that one we are going to discuss under the application security side. So now why I'm bringing all this topic now? Because we have to integrate the proxy server. So whenever any application we are trying to scan it, so that request will go to a proxy and proxy to validate. So whatever user is able to do the scanning, it's a legitimate or illegitimate. In case it is legitimate, we are not able to scan. If it's illegitimate, we can go and we can scan it. For that one, first we have to put the host, you can see. So host is nothing but our host name. By whom we have to ask to get these details, we have to ask about network security team or proxy team. So because we are not a part, for example, maybe we are a part of vulnerability management team. We are not working on the network security. So in that scenario, obviously we have to contact network administrator or network security team who is handling proxy. Those people we can ask what is the host name. For example, TCS. So Zscaler. Okay, so Hyderabad.com. In that scenario, so TCS company for Hyderabad location, they are using one of the proxy tool name is called Zscaler. So that is the host name. Or convenient way for easy identification, we can give the host name instead of the IP address. So second one is port number. Now I will ask, what is the port number for proxy? Anyone? What is the port number of proxy?
8080.
Perfect. Excellent. 8080. So we have to provide the 8080 port number. So Vijay, can you type one of the host name I will give? After that, we can cancel. So for example, Infosys. Okay, Bangalore. You can type continuation. BANG Bank. Okay, so WebSense without space. Okay, .com. WebSense SENSE.com. Now Infosys company for Bangalore location. So in Whitefield, for example, or Electronic City, they are using WebSense is a proxy tool. So this information anyways, we should ask our network security team or network administrator, they will provide the information to us. For example, to understanding purpose, I am providing normal example. Port number 8080. So username, you can give administrator team only, we have to give admin. So this username and password also will be provided by network administrator or else network security team. And password, for example, password @123.
Admin at the rate of 1 to 3,
Just you
right?
can give, yeah, it's like whatever you like. Just you can give, it's an example only.
Okay, sir.
It's example to understanding purpose I'm giving. It's auto detect, automatically it will detect, and user agent. That user agent is there any user agent we are using or not, URL link we have to provide here. So that information also only we have to get it from the our proxy team. So this is the way how we can integrate proxy tool to our vulnerability management. As I said, our initial cybersecurity definitions, first 5 to 6 classes I took it for. So whatever we are going to discuss in the class, I'm not sure whether you remember or not. So that time I said, so what is proxy and also what it will do, all those information I can provide it. Additionally, even I explained one more thing for implementation side, each and every security tool, irrespective of whether it is a endpoint security or network security or application security or cloud security or vulnerability management or email gateway or maybe product security and so on, we should integrate 3 to 4 servers by default. Those 3 to 4 servers are, one is Active Directory, second one is Proxy, third one is SMTP server, and fourth one is DNS server. So these 4 servers, almost for all the tools, it will go and we can integrate. Okay. So right now we are able to see one of the servers called Proxy. Just you can give cancel. So as I said, this information we have to get it from the network security. Yeah. Go back to next one, SMTP server. So this is what I said just now. Only okay, 1 minute back I said almost all the security tool, irrespective of the endpoint or network or vulnerability management or cloud or application or product or mobile and so on. As I said, there are 4 servers we can by default integrate to our security tools. Those 4 servers are Proxy, Active Directory, and also SMTP server and DNS. Okay. So here now we should ask our email security, email admin status. So in case any separate team is involved, we should go and we should ask them. Otherwise, whoever is handling email, so either Outlook or Gmail or maybe so Hotmail and so on. So those people we should ask, what is the host name of the SMTP server you are using in our organization? Example, Infosys, O365, no, BANG, O365.com. So for Bangalore location, Infosys company, it is using Office 365 or Outlook. So example, port number 25, you know already port number for SMTP server 25. And next one is we have to provide sender email address. So sender email address you can provide. So Infosys at the rate of, vulnerability at the rate of Infosys.com. Vulnerability at the rate of Infosys.com. Otherwise, we can give no reply at the rate of Infosys.com. So just you can give no reply. That's better, I think. No reply. Yeah. So nothing but will give the regular notification. Okay. No encryption is, you can give yes. It will ask once again which type of encryption is required. So you can go with TLS. Okay. Next one, host name for email links. So that you can provide the email link now, vulnerability at the rate of Infosys.com. Yes. Now from the tool where vulnerability team is getting. So overall in the Infosys company, whoever is a part of the vulnerability team, all those people will receive the vulnerability report. Here we have to do, and one more place also we have to do.
Vulnerability
At the rate of Infosys.com. And so authentication method. So get or post or okay, plain or whatever. So you can choose login. Then it will ask username and password. You can ask whatever Office 365 team it is there, their admin username and password. Admin. Example password data 123. Now what Nessus tool will do? So Nessus tool it will. So now we have to click on the. Okay, so you can give any password. It's okay. Okay, after that we have to click on the send test email. So it will not work out because we are giving the samples only. So send test email. Now what Nessus tool it will do? So whatever recipient email address we given, so to the sender email address, all the vulnerability team will receive that requested email or not as a test email. If that one is worked successfully, then in future, whatever vulnerability report it is generating and we have to get it, everything we can receive it. Even if the tool is going down and scan is not completed, scan is stopped and scan is aborted or interrupted, all those notifications we can receive from the tool to our vulnerability team. So that is the reason we can integrate the SMTP server as a configuration oriented, and scheduling we have to do under the scan rule. So that one we are going to discuss under the scan rule, because everything now we are doing the implementation side. So just you can give cancel. Okay. So in case it is not working, then obviously you have to do troubleshooting and fixing why the email is not receiving. So we have to use traceroute command in between Nessus tool to our SMTP server. Is there any packet is dropping? Otherwise, we have to do the packet capture between Nessus tool to our SMTP tool. So why the email is not receiving from Nessus tool to our vulnerability team? So application side or DNS resolution side or transport layer side, TCP three-way handshake, network layer side, and also data link layer side. All these verifications we have to use under the Wireshark side. So that is about overall SMTP server. Next one, custom CA. Custom CA meaning here whatever purchase CA certificate we are utilizing. So right now you can see local host. So on top of the web browser. So on the, yeah, not secure. If you want to make that one is a secure, now what we have to do, whatever a certificate, it is showing as begin certificate and everything. So these particular path we have to copy. So then we have to send it to that one to either through couple of uh, whatever certificates we are purchasing from the either GoDaddy or Google Trust Services or VeriSign or rkcybertechnology or Symantec, and also other vendors are available. So you can provide the domain name in this scenario, localhost dot so 8834, that is the domain. We have to provide the domain and where this tool is deployed, in which location. For example, our office situated in the Hyderabad location, that enter Hyderabad location address. Then we have to pay money $200 per year to get the certificate. So then, so they will provide one of the PKM file. That PKM file we have to copy paste it here. Now, whatever it is showing as not secure, it will become like a secure one. Water file they are sending to us. Maybe we are purchasing from GoDaddy. Now we have to provide initial details to GoDaddy. So what is the details we have to provide to GoDaddy now? We have to provide localhost.8834. That is the domain name. So then we have to provide the, so where our tool is deployed. So example, maybe as I said, we are in Hyderabad. So that Hyderabad office address, then we have to pay money. So as I said, $200, most of the cases. Then finally, they will provide the customized purchase CS certificate to us. What a certificate they are sending by email. So that certificate we have to copy paste here and finally we have to save. Then what will happen on top of the, it is showing as not secure in the red color in the web browser side. That one will become like, so not secure to secure using the third party CA certificate. CA full form is certified authority. So using the certified authority using digital signature. So it will provide encryption, it will provide confidentiality, integrity, also authenticity and non-repudiation. So all these concepts I'm going to discuss under the application security. So these concepts are basically cryptography terminology. Okay, so that is about overall custom CA. So otherwise, for example, now I have one question. Whatever Vijay is deployed this tool, can we access from our laptop? Whatever Vijay is deployed in his laptop, same software version, can we access from our laptop? So obviously no. So there is no need of VPN also in this scenario, because whatever software installed and whatever modification he has done in his laptop, it's a completely vary. So obviously, so in case if we are trying to do the brute force attack also, in case he is providing the so wrong username, I mean correct, because backend it will go to server and database also. So that is the way how this tool will be developed. So obviously we don't have the backend database and server. And even though we are providing localhost 8834, in our laptop we cannot access. So that is the way how the development they will do. So for these type of things, we no need of not even okay. So purchase a certificate to spend $200 for generate a certificate from the third party vendor, and also finally we have to spend on the money. But whatever applications are exposing to the public morning, whatever I said, for those scenarios, yes, we have to purchase the certificate. So this concept, once again, I will repeat under the application security under cryptography concept. So next one, password management. Password management for this tool, not about not about overall Windows or laptop or MacBook or workstation side or server side. So whatever user is logging into the Nessus tool, for that one, what is the password management side? So password complexity, okay, yes. So it is on. Session timeout, 30 minutes. So I can provide only 5 minutes. For example, you are logging into the either State Bank of India or maybe IRCTC or maybe through our any other banks like ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank. So session idle timeout is only 5 minutes. 5 minutes you are not touching that URL link or website, automatically session will be expired. Then we have to relog in once again. So, but here it is showing us 30 minutes. So I want to reduce that 30 minutes to maybe 5 minutes. I'm doing customization now. So just you can make like 5 minutes. And maximum length, so maximum login attempts. So I will give 5 attempts. Maximum password, minimum password length is 12 characters, not 8. So now whatever password is using, maybe it is less than 12 characters. You have to update the password. Otherwise it will not work out. So this is called as password complexity or password management. Okay. So next one, we have done the customization based on whatever tool is giving. We are updated couple of parameters. Scanner health. So scanner health is, as I said, it's applicable to distributed deployment. It's applicable to standalone deployment. Right now, whatever scanner is deployed in the, okay, so Vijay laptop. So this is the way water software. Can you go to once again, Nessus Essential download in the new web browser? Nessus Essential download. Yeah. Not that one. Not that one. Calm down. Calm down. Yeah, click on that. So here we are putting username and password, and finally we are downloading the software, correct? So what a
Yes, sir.
software is downloading, that software backend software developers, basically they are product developers. That product developers, they will inbuilt, they will use scanner also. But if you are going Nessus professional, if it's for only one location, our office is located in only one location, in that scenario scanner is not required. Inbuilt scanner we can use. But our office located in the Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and also Mumbai location, those scenarios, each and every location, if you want to do the asset scanning, we have to deploy the scanner also. That scanner, it's like a sensor. That sensor, so we have to give the connection to our assets. So that scanner we have to provide. So that is called system scanner. In case that scan is going down, if I'm running the scan, it will not, even scan will not provide the results. Scan will be aborted. So that scanner health also we have to check. Yeah, can you go back to tool? So it has inbuilt scanner, and it is showing that overall scanner bandwidth utilization is 25 MB. And also it is, okay, so CPU load is 0%. It is not making that much noise or that much bandwidth utilization, CPU utilization. So it is taking only 0%, and overall software of the file is installed is 25 MB. Okay. So, and you can see on the right hand side, medium. So slow DNS lookup and failed DNS lookup. So whenever we are giving the local host on the website, I mean, on the top web browser side. So first time it is failed, and second time it is succeeded. So that may be one of the reason why the scanner is completely down. So now if it's distributed deployment, now we can see here So as I said, for example, take headquarters is Bangalore and also branch offices or remote offices. So Chennai or Kolkata or Mumbai. In that scenario, we can see all those four scanner information. Headquarters belongs to Bangalore and remote branch offices or belongs to Hyderabad, Chennai and Kolkata. So those four scanner information we can get it from here. And also we can see that scanner is in the red color or yellow color, green color. So that is called health checkup. So in case the scanner information is showing as a red color, that scanner is not working properly. So in case that scanner health is showing as a yellow color, it's like a warning. Some of the issue is going on, like a warning it is giving. So and scan information showing is like a green color, nothing but there is no problem. Scan is working perfectly all right. So whatever warning and whatever red color health checkup it is showing, those things we have to fix it. But at the time of the interview, don't say so yellow color, red color, green color. So for understanding purpose, I am saying about this color coding as well. So, but you have to say, so in case the scanner health checkup is, so what we are going to expect, like, so healthy wise, it is showing as a non-healthy. In that scenario, I can fix that issue. I did not mention anywhere green or yellow or red. So this is the way how you should habituate. So instead of providing the color coded, so you should provide about technical oriented. So that is about overall. So our scan health. Even we can see last 24 hours, is there any utilization? It went up or down, or maybe it is reaching 100%. All those things we can see under the health checkup side. So that is our scanner health. Can you go up? Click on network, second tab. So this network oriented, once again bandwidth relation. Next one is alerts. So in case the scanner is going down, so then it will give the alert notification. Why the scanner is went down? Is there any issue it is facing? Those alerts we will get it. These alerts are not belongs to vulnerability report. These alerts are belongs to the scanner health checkup side only. Okay. So that is about overall. So health checkup. So health checkup is one of the implementation level important thing we have to go and we have to verify. These health checkup we are going to discuss about each and every tool. So that may be EDR or DLP or encryption or file integrity monitoring even. So our SIM tool as well. It's one of the favorite question. So couple of logs or logs are not reflecting in the SIM tool. Health checkup is showing as a down. In that scenario, how can you fix it? So that is one of the favorite question. So that is about scanner health notifications. So these notifications once again, so is there any updates happening? And so what are the different types alerts we received? All the plugins are updated automatically. Those things, is there any software is released, that software is updated or not? Those things can be seen under the notification side. So just we can ignore this one as well. Okay, so that is about overall settings tab. And accounts already we discussed morning, my account. So on the left hand side, already we discussed this one morning. And you can see Tenable news on the left hand side. So down. Yeah, Tenable news. Tenable side, is there any new features are coming, new development is coming, new software is really, these are like a regular updates. What Nessus is doing. So what are the new things they are implementing, new features they are developing. So is there any conferences? So can we attend any training or not? All those things can be updated. And can you click on that news? So example, GC first generation cloud functions cross account code execution. In the Google Cloud platform, so what are cloud functions it is doing? It has a code execution on the cross account. Cross account, nothing but here, one of the account is belongs to, okay, so DevOps team, and one of the account is belongs to machine learning. So these two account completely attacker is using as a code injection or code execution. And finally, so they are getting one account information by the another account people. So that is called code execution related to cross account. Okay, so this one of the news. In the similar, can you come down? Can you come down? Can you come down? So this is news for today. So in the similar, regularly we can receive the note. Regularly we can receive the so news what things are happening. Morning also we have seen. So related to vulnerabilities information by a research team, R&D development team. Regularly they are either we can verify there or whether you can verify here also. Yeah, go back to tool. Now that is about overall settings tab. So far we completed on the right hand side accounts information, and also we completed about notifications information. We completed about documentation information, and also we can completed under the scans settings tab side all these initial security configurations and implementation. What are things we completed? We did not fill anything under the about, and also we did not fill anything under the advanced. Only we have to fill the proxy server information by contacting the network administrator or network security team. And if you want to integrate SMTP server, we have to contact with the email administrator or email team. And also remaining certificate, if you want to make our web browser should be safe and secure, then we have to purchase certificate from the third party, and we can deploy that certificate. And next one is password management. So next one is scanner health, and finally notifications. So these things are initially, once we are purchasing the tool, all these verifications we have to do, all these implementations we have to complete. So that is about overall initial settings we have to do under the Nessus tool. Okay. Go to scans. So here we go. So for this one, now if you want to do any scanning part, first and foremost, you can see on the left hand side policies. So and also you can see about okay, so policies and also resources. So first we have to create policy, and after that we have to create rule. So before going to do that, so whatever scanning you are doing related to assets or servers, you can create one of the new folder. Can you go to, okay, so scans once again, click on the scans. On the right hand side, can you see new folder? Click on new folder. For example, you can give here machine learning or AI. Maybe in our organization, there are different types of servers are available. One of the team name is called machine learning AI servers. And so create. It will not accept slash, just you can put space. Okay. So now you can see on the left hand side, automatically folder is created. Now, whenever you are doing the scanning part, in the scan policy, you can specify. So if we are doing the machine learning on artificial intelligence server scan, so where we have to choose that option, I will explain later that one. Go back to new folder once again. So example, finance server, finance. So create. Left hand side automatically, so finance folder will be created. All the finance scan related servers we can see in here. Create new folder. App development, application development. So these are the application development servers. So finally, so this is the way we can segregate based on the team wise. If we're segregating based on the team wise, our job is very easy. Otherwise, a lot of mess up will be there. And we don't know whether these are all the service scan is belongs to machine learning or DevOps or application development or product development. We'll get a lot of confusion. So better you can segregate based on the folder wise. And whenever you're running the scan, so that scan policy scan rule, you can specify that folder name so that automatically scan will be completed and it will come under to that particular folder tab. So automatically from there, we can go and we can generate the report, and finally we can do the manual vulnerability analysis. So now you can create new folder. Once again, one more. So now Vijay Lab tab. Now we'll try to scan Vijay Lab tab. Okay. So that's it about overall folder creation. Now, if you want to create any scan rule, first we have to create scan policy. So if you want to create scan policy, you can see left hand side. So policies tab under the resources. Click on policies. So this is entire question. How can you create scan policy? How can you create scan rule? So what the answer we have to give? I will log into the Nessus tool and I will go to the policies tab. I'll click on the new policy. Click on the right hand side new policy. Yeah, create new policy. So now this is what I said templates. By default, Nessus tool, it will provide 30 plus templates. Now, can we go and can we count how many templates are there? Because it's a demo tool. I don't think all the 30 templates are available. 1 plus 5, 1 plus 15. 16 plus 2, 18 templates are there. Only 18 it is showing. But in case if you are going with the so Nessus professional tool, so we can see all the commercial tool, I want to say. In that scenario, we can see all those 30 plus templates as well. So now these templates based on the scan wise, based on so whatever we are running the scan, you should understand, and according to that one, we can go and we can choose the respective scan template. These templates is by default templates. Water templates is providing by Nessus company, a Tenable company. We can use that default template. So we can go and we can change according to our customization part. So already I provided what is difference between default versus customization part. I given one of the example, maybe you're purchasing one of the apartment and the landowner, so building owner, you'll provide without any design. Maybe he's selling your apartment and according to your interest and choice and option, you can go and you can do the interior design. So whatever default, so building apartment you purchased from the building owner, that is called default, and whatever interior design according to your choice and option you are doing, that is called customization part. Same as it is whatever so templates we are using, that is called default, and according to our customization side we can go and we can use the template and we can change that one. Okay, so this concept is applicable to each and every tool, default versus customized, that for dashboards, that for the reports, that for the policies and rules creation. Regularly I can use what is default and what is customized one. Customized one is nothing but based on a requirement we can go and we can change it. Default one is by default what our tool is providing. Okay, so now there are different types of templates. Okay, so this is what yesterday entire question. What are the different types of scan templates you will create, or scans you can go and you can scan it. Host discovery scan policy. So that is one of the scan we can go and we can run. Basic network scan that we can do. Credential scan we can do. Advanced scan we can do. Advanced dynamic scan and malware scan. So these are the different types of scans we can do. So this yesterday entire question. What are different types of scans we can do as per the Nessus tool? So we have 30, you can explain about 3 or 4, that is more than sufficient. So that means you should be aware of the inbuilt knowledge under the tool, in-depth tool as well. Then only you can give the proper answer. If you don't know, so this tool in your mind, you cannot give the answer, perfect answer. You are only depending on the theoretical way. So at least you are able to so think about the theoretical whatever we discussed and understanding in the logical way, you can give the answer. So, but if you are seeing this one and you are playing this tool, everything it will store in your memory, so or in your brain. So that is the reason you can play this tool as much or as many times as possible. Then only you can remember all these options. Otherwise, even couple of people are attending the classes more than 10 times and 8 times and 5 times and 6 times. Unfortunately, they are not able to give the proper answers. You are only attending training only for single time. So then, so you should require more time to, okay, so play all this, then only you can remember. Okay, I'm not comparing here anyone. So just I'm saying about practical. So what is the truth behind what's happening? So right now in the market. Okay. So now what are templates are there? So host discovery, first discovery, can you click on host discovery? So as I said, this entire question, what is host discovery? Host discovery policy, when we are going to use it. So in case in our organization side, if you don't have the servers list, then we can choose the host discovery policy. We have the more than 10 internal stakeholders, that we have DevOps team and finance team, Windows team, Linux team, application development team, product development team, and so on, middleware team and so on. But we contacted those team and we are not utilizing any CMDB or any asset inventory tool or any service inventory tool. Then how can we get the information? Even if we are contacting the asset owner, do you guarantee that really he has the updated information in the manual Excel sheets? Couple of times they'll forget. They'll think like, okay, I can update these sheets later, even though they will create new server or they updated the server, they migrated the server, they demolished the server, they shut down the server. So they forgot to update, because we are humans, will forget it couple of times. And also not only because of that one, even couple of times because of the work tensions, maybe they will postpone their task to maybe tomorrow. In that scenario, up to date data is not available. So what will happen? So the data inventory is not up to date. So whatever Excel sheet, most of the case, it's a manual effort. That manual effort is always, it will give the wrong information. So then if you are using any asset inventory tool, so all those asset inventory tool information is available, because it will fetch the data based on the SNMP, based on the WMA, based on the NS lookup. There are different types of protocol, SNMP, and finally it will pull all those data and it will discover the data. Now, so for example, in my organization, I don't know about what all the servers are there in the organization side. Now I have to choose the host discovery policy. So can you give the name, asset inventory,
Yes.
asset inventory? Yeah. Okay. So description is to identify the servers list, to identify endpoint servers, to identify endpoints, servers, databases, network devices, extra. Okay. So that is our description. Go to basic. This is basic, I think. Can you go to discovery? So here automatic discovery. So this one we don't need to change anything. Scan type. So can we use post enumeration? Can you click on the drop down list? Yeah, host OS identification easy for us. Yeah. So you can see how the discovery will happen based on the three different types of protocols it will use. This is what I said, backend process. Most of the people, even though they are working in the vulnerability management for more than 5 years and 4 years and 3 years, they will not validate all these backend process because of they don't have the access, and because they will not go and they will not validate all these parameters. They will not understand implementation level. Then how the backend process, in case at the time of the interview, if they will ask what the answer they will give. So these are, first thing is TCP three-way handshake. So from Nessus tool, so it will go and it will do the pinging of the respective, first it will do ping command, and after that what IP address range we are giving, that one I'm going to show you very soon. So first thing is whatever IP address range we are giving, that IP address range, each and every IP, first it will ping from this Nessus tool. So nothing but local host. From there it will ping to 10.10.10.1. Then whether the device is up or down, or active or inactive, or online or offline, so active or passive. So that it will, first it will go and it will check. That is the first thing. Second one is TCP three-way handshake. So TCP three-way handshake in between SS tool to the opposite device, whether connection is established or not under the transport layer, under the ARP table, in between SS tool to the targeted IP address, whether ARP table is formed or not, and also ICMP. In case so connection is not established, what is the error message we are getting? Destination is reachable or non-reachable. So whether successfully is connection is established or unsuccessful connection is established. So that is through SMTP messages. We know already ICMP messages are type 0 to type 255. So all these things we discussed already, correct? So that is about overall backend process, how the process it will work, and how the enumeration it will happen, how the OS identification will happen. So now based on this OS identification, it will go and it will scan, and finally we can segregate manual way. So that is discovery and report. So by default, we don't need to change anything. Advanced. So this one also we don't need to change anything. Can you come down? Okay. Can you come down a little bit? Okay, fine. So finally save. Can you go to plugins? Sorry. 1 second. Can you go to plugins on the second tab? No. The in this one only. Oh, sorry. Okay, fine. It's okay. No problem. Can you create once again new policy? Policies. Create new policy. Host discovery. So give here asset inventory. Okay. OS identification. That's fine. OS identification. Okay. Discovery side. OS identification. Okay. Go to plugins. Remaining no need to change anything. So these plugins also you have to keep as it. There is no need to change anything. Save. Now we created policy now. Asset inventory policy we created. We did not create rule yet. So now click on the scans tab. Once again, scans tab, scans. Yeah, click on scans tab. Okay. So go to new scan, create new scan. Yeah. Now you can see previously user defined is not there. Second tab. Previously second tab is not there. Only one tab is there. Now what we have done, host discovery default template we have taken. From the default template according to our identification of the assets or servers list. So we created asset inventory. Now asset inventory is reflected here. Click on asset inventory. Now here, so okay, so here OS identification folder. Where do you want to see this particular report? So can you click on the drop down list? My scans folder. No. Here itself. No, not that side. Not that side. Come right side. Yeah, this one. Where do you want to see this particular one scan is completed? For example, my scans. Okay. Now you can ask network administrator or network admin guy, what is the entire data center range? For example, 10.10.0.0/16. Okay. Now, so 10.10.0.0/16 meaning a 2 power 16. 2 power 2 power 16. 2 into 2 2 into 2 into multiply 16 times. That will come. So 65,536. Okay. So that 65,536, all these IPs it will scan and it will identify and it will give you what is the OS identification, whether it is Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows XP or Windows Vista or Debian or Ubuntu or Docker or container or Red Hat Enterprise Linux or CentOS or Palo Alto Pan OS or FortiGate OS or router, Cisco or HP or IBM. So those vendor specific OS. Now once that OS report we have to download and we have to segregate based on the OS wise. That's why I said you should be aware of the basic thing also on the what is endpoint, what is server, what is database, what is network devices. If you don't know that particular basic thing, you are not able to segregate the asset list, whether it is endpoint side, whether it is network side, or whether it is server side, whether it is database side. All of your report and all of your hard work, it will go wrong. So finally, you can give save. Sorry, wait. 1 second. So click on schedule. Yeah. Whether you want to run the scan now itself, like a on demand, or whether you want to run the scan later. I want to run now itself. Okay. That is called on demand. Okay. Notifications. So notification, who has to receive? Once scan is complete, who has to receive? Vulnerability, email recipient. We can provide overall team name, vulnerability @infosys.com. So whoever is a part, for example, all we are working in Infosys company, once the host discovery policy is completed, then automatically, so scan is completed, that report will come to through our email also. So when the scan is started, notification will come. When the scan is ended, notification also it will come. Your report also it will come to our email. There is no need to log in. Click on save. Now you can launch. You can see right hand side. Now we are doing on demand scan, not scheduled one. Okay, click on, okay, arrow mark, launch. You can see launch. Click on launch. Now it will take approximate 24 hours because it has to scan 65,536 servers. And finally, it will give the report. Those many things it will take. By the way, it will not scan it. Why? Because you provided a private IP address range. From your laptop, it is not able to reach that one. But this is the way how we can do it in the our practical demo tools. I mean, practically our environment. Once you are joining in a company. This host discovery now, hope you are getting host discovery when we can use. So when the asset information or server information is not available ready-madely with our assets team or servers team or asset owner or server owner or business owner, we can use this particular policy to identify. So there are a lot of work is involved here. Once the report is generated, we have to segregate. Now we have to contact once again. We have to send that report to all the stakeholders. Okay, for example, maybe we have 10 teams are available. All those 10 teams, you have to share entire Excel sheet and we have to ask them which service belongs to machine learning, which service belongs to DevOps team, which service belongs to Linux team, which service belongs to middleware team. So they can fill that information, they will send it back to us. So this is the way in case assets or servers information, if you don't have handy, so with you in that scenario, we have to use the host discovery policy. Okay, so that is about overall. So this is not a vulnerability scan. Whatever scan we are doing to identify the assets in case assets are not available. Most of the cases assets are available. So most of the companies are using asset inventory tools. But this is also one of the way how we can get to the asset list. Okay, so that is about overall asset host discovery policy. So let's go to go back to scans. Entire question, guys, this one. What is host discovery policy? What is the importance of the host discovery policy? Host discovery policy we can use to identify. So what are the assets are there based on the OS wise or based on the host wise? So it may be endpoint side or network side, application side, server side, database side. So we can get by providing the target IP address range. So and we can run the scan and finally we can do the segregation of the overall assets. So in such a way, host discovery policy, it can be used to identify the overall assets information in our organization side. So that is the way how you can give the answer. Okay. So now go back to scans and click on new scan. Sorry, policies. Sorry, policies we did not complete yet. Sorry, policies. So click on new policy, right corner. Yeah. So now remaining scans also there. So basic network scan, credential scan, and advanced dynamic scan. So there are so many web application scan. Okay. So can you please come down? So PCI DSS scan and SCAP and vowel auditing and policy. So there are PCI DSS is one of the complaints and MDM, mobile device management, mobile device management. Even mobile scan also we can do it. Okay. Now, so one template, it contains remaining all of the templates. What is mean by this one? For example, right now, how many templates are there? Total 15 plus 18 templates are there. So you can calculate otherwise. 3 into 5, 15 plus below 2, 6, 17 and above 1, 18. Total all those are 18. So mainly discovery, it can use for discovering of the assets. Remaining to identify the vulnerabilities list. Now go back to under the vulnerabilities templates, there are 17 templates. So, but actual in practical tool, we can see 30 plus templates. Now, whenever any new vulnerability is happening and it is very critical one, it is devastating and it is providing loss of money to the customers. In that scenario, they will create one more template. For example, log4j we discussed. So, and also any other in 2019, one of the vulnerability name is called as Spectra and Meltdown, and also ransomware attack. For those scenarios, whenever any vulnerability is causing too much of the damage from the financial perspective, what Tenable company or Qualys company will do, they will go and they will develop one more template. These templates, by the by, who will develop? These templates will be developed by respective development team. So this is the way how the development team or the product development side, they can go and they can use the backend programming language and they can create these templates. For example, maybe tomorrow one of the very dangerous Lockbit 4.0 ransomware category of data it's happening, or maybe so morning we have seen so Apache Tomcat straws. So one of the new attack is coming, and because of that one, there is a huge amount of the money lost all over the customers all over the worldwide. In that scenario, what Tenable now, it will go and it will create Apache, Stormcast, so one of the template. Now, whenever if you want to run this scan to identify whether Apache, Stormcast, whether that TPS is there or not, we can go and we can use directly that one. Now, regularly we can use out of all these templates, always we can go with advanced scan. So nothing but third one from the first row. So advanced scan, it contains the remaining all other 17 templates information. It is there in the single template. So remain here overall 17 templates. So for exclude advanced scan, remaining 16. 16 templates information, everything is available in one of the template. The template is called as advanced scan. So always we can use advanced scan. Otherwise, based on our requirement, we can go and we can use the so different templates also. Better we can choose the advanced scan. So click on advanced scan. So name you can give now. So Vijay laptop, because we are going to scan your laptop. Okay. So description is required or not required. It's okay, fine. So now you can go and you can discuss about settings. Each and every setting we have to discuss. Go to basic. Already we are in basic only. Go to discovery. This is what I said. So discovery of what? Vijay laptop. How Nessus tool will come to know Vijay laptop is discovery, and it will identify when you are running this scan and what vulnerabilities list it is available. First, from Nessus tool, it has reached to so our Vijay laptop. Then only it will do the scanning. In case it's not reachable and ping is down or device is not working, neighbor device is down, it's a passive, it is offline. Obviously, will not get any vulnerabilities list. Okay. So that's why whether really how the discovery of the Vijay laptop from this tool, we can get it based on these settings. Those settings are, can you come down? All these things already we discussed in the theoretical part. So test and locate Nessus host. So you can use ping methods. Already these things I discussed. So in theoretical part. So ping methods are ARP, and also it will use TCP three-way handshake, and also it will use ICMP. And also come down. You can click on UDP also. Can you come down? Yeah, remaining you can keep same as it is. It's fine. So this is the way. First, whenever we are running this scan to Vijay laptop to identify what are the vulnerabilities are existing under the Vijay Windows 11, whatever is using to identify the vulnerabilities list. Nessus tool, first thing, it will go and it will ping from this local host to Vijay laptop is reachable or not. Later, it can go and it can verify in between Nessus tool to Vijay laptop whether TCP three-way handshake connection will be established or not. If all those things it will be completed successfully, then only we can go and we can see the vulnerability report. Something is missed out, then obviously, so scan will be aborted or scan will be interrupted or intrusion it will happen. Okay, so that is called discovery. Can you go up? So there are two things we discussed so far. One is basic and second is discovery. Okay, so okay, remaining four I will complete. After that I'll stop. Give me another 5 minutes. So next one is host discovery is already completed. Port scanning. As I said, when we discussed about Nmap to long back, so ports and protocols we discussed, and after that we completed Nmap or Genmap tool. Even you have run this scan for a couple of Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or Instagram.com. So those couple of websites you provided and you ran this scan, and couple of people are shared in the WhatsApp group also whatever report they generated in the quick scan or ping scan, slow comprehensive scan. So, and also comprehensive scan and so on. So now that time itself, when we discussed about ports and protocol and also Nmap tool, as said, So in future, we are going to discuss about vulnerability management tool. We no need to use Nmap tool in future anymore to do the port scanning side. By default, whatever vulnerability management tool we are purchasing, it has inbuilt port scanning capability also. There is no need to run separately Nmap tool to see what are the services it is running on, what the process it is running on, or what are the application it is running on, what are the software it is running on. That's what I said. I'm not sure whether you remember this topic or not. Okay. So now port scanning are, you can see here, how the port scanning it will happen. So there we are providing directly port enumeration techniques, and we are giving here, you can see what are those port enumeration techniques are. SSH, netstat. What is netstat importance? SSH is belongs to Unix operating system. Netstat. In case we are running the scan Unix server side, then it will go and it will use the netstat command and can see what are the ports are open and what are the ports are closed, what are the filtered ports. That is for dedicated applicable to Unix operating system side. Second one is WMI. WMI belongs to Windows side. So if you want to see what are the ports are open, can you open the command prompt in the search button? Yeah, give netstat. So this is the manual way we are doing. So these are the ports are opened and closed. These all ports are opened in the Vijay laptop. So this is the manual way how we are doing. So go back to our tool now. This is what I am saying. So now tool is doing automatic way. There is no need of anything manual now. So everything you will do automatic way. So SNMP is for network discovery and also management. And finally, only run network ports. These things we have to enable by default. We no need to change anything here. Did we change any configuration here? Not at all. So only one thing we provided so far is, so we provide Vijay laptop and description. That's it. We did not change anything here. And we enable UDP also under the discovery side. That's all. Okay. So network port scanners are, come down. Yeah. So SYN and UDP. Okay. These are the two different types of network port scanner. Other than this one, there are, yeah, you can select that one also. Other than this one, we have Christmas scan. We have, so TCP hop scan, TCP full scan, UDP scan, UDP hop scan. Those things is not supporting yet. Maybe in future it will support that one also. Okay. Can you go up? So far we completed. So discovery. So using TCP, ICMP, ARP and UDP, and port scanning just to enable UDP. That's it. Service discovery. Service discovery, nothing but SLTLS certificates. So search for SLTLS on. That's what I am saying. Whatever on top of Vijay laptop, is there any certificates are installed? In case it is installed, what is ciphers it is using? Whether it's a DES or AES or 3AS, RC4, RC5, Twofish, Blowfish, Diffie-Hellman, RSA, all those things already we discussed under the heartbleed attack, under the poodle attack, under the birthday attack. So these are the couple of attacks we discussed. There I said about, so in case you are using outdated SLTLS version, so these are the couple of things. Now, why this service discover importance here? Whatever targeted machine we are going to run this scan. So in case the targeted asset or system, is there any applications are deployed? That application is using SSL TLS certificate. It will scan that SSL TLS certificate also. Not only that one, even on the voice side, is there any weak ciphers we are using? And is there any weak SLTLS versions we are using? It will run scan and it will provide errors basically. So that is the importance of the service discovery. So when the class has been started, that's what I'm saying. Without checking the tool, I was explaining about all these. So next one, identity. So identity meaning here, who is trying to log into the tool. So that is for identity, just you can keep as it is. Otherwise, you can integrate with the Active Directory. Yeah. So that is about overall discovery side. So far, we did not do anything. Yeah, actually, whatever we enabled UDP also, just you can ignore that one. Okay. So can you go to basic ones once again? Basic. So we provided here Vijay laptop, that's all. And go to discovery. We enable UDP and we enable so general settings. Even if you don't enable UDP also, it's fine, no problem. It will work. Okay, so that's all. So remaining, okay, so assessment, report, advanced, and also credentials. Can you go to credentials? And plugins. Okay, so these things I'll explain in the Monday class. Tomorrow I will not take the class. Monday morning I will take the class. In the Monday class, where we stop now, where we are going to stop now, from there I will continue. So whatever we are discussing right now, everything is like scan policy, scan rule is very important. These are all like implementation side. So there are two different types of jobs basically. One is scan policy, scan rule creation can be done by one of the guy, and only vulnerability analysis can be done by one guy. Most of the cases, they will not give the scan policy, scan rule creation to you. Why? Because maybe you will do any mistake, enter information, it will go wrong. So that is the reason only they will give the analysis side. Nothing but you have to generate the reports and you have to do the analysis side. Couple of companies, yes, they'll provide the even creating the scan policy and scan rule also. It depends. So how much you are proving yourself once you are joining a company depends. How much you're confident on yourself. According to your performance, your manager, whether they can provide the admin access or not is completely up to you. Or up to you whether you can prove and you can get the confidence side. Okay. So, but initially they will give only vulnerability analysis side only. They will not give not only they will not give not even creating scan policy and scan rule also. This is what I said. More than 27 members are working. My students in the multiple companies in the Ericsson, Birlasoft, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, DXC Technology dedicated to vulnerability management. Okay. It's a very simple role and very easiest role. So just they're not even creating the scan policy and scan rule. Just they will generate the reports and Excel work. That's all. Okay. For that one, they are paying. So recently, one of the person in Ericsson, he promoted as L2 for vulnerability management side itself. And so initially he got the salary 9 lakhs. Now promotion he got it. And his salary it went up to 16 lakhs dedicated to vulnerability management. Okay. So that's all about overall. So scan policy, it's not completed yet. So in the Monday morning class, I'm going to complete overall implementation side. Monday evening, I'm going to explain about how to do the vulnerability analysis. So how to do the report analysis in the manual way. It will take another 3 classes. So to complete overall vulnerability management practical demo tool. So far, morning session is 1 and evening session 1. Remaining it will take another maybe 3 or 4 classes. And also additionally, can you please stop sharing, Vijay? Thank you so much, Vijay. Really appreciate.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Monday I can't share my screen. I will be in the office.
Okay, fine, no problem. So already, Dilip, I think you are asking, did you uploaded the videos or not? Yeah, I uploaded the videos. Please go through all these. And also this one I took as a